Here we go, an episode with some plume and some gloom, but not that one. Nurse Joy is off fraternizing with a guy reminiscent of Brock, at least to me, while Mollie's donned the iconic nursing outfit. Here there is an ancient Joy, and at first I wondered if she could be the origin of them, although we did get another Elder Joy in the Orange Islands, the Joy of Pokémon. Apparently, it's Mollie's mother, which maybe makes her one of the alternative Joys? She clearly turned out different, name and all, so maybe that separation could be part of why this family seems strained. There's also tons of Gen 2 Pokemon, leading me to believe Mollie's from Johto, just like Ludlow. Come to find out, Pokemon in the forest are having a rough time, so Mollie goes to investigate. Liko and Roy are planning to relax this time around, but that wouldn't be exciting to watch. They too get let on about the struggles in the forest, and a Pokemon Center nearby. Love how tense the music in this scene is, and they get pretty creative with it. The kids get tripped out in the darkness, and it is usually fun seeing them act their age. So much for Roy's newfound maturity, though he does help them keep composed. Since it's past sundown, we got Cap acting as a flashlight, which Crocco's also done with a nest on its head. Faster than anticipated, the duo runs into Mollie treating a furret. None of these reunions have been very exciting, but in a good way. Considering how things ended, I feel like there would be nerves. Turns out a poison's been leaking around the forest, so Mollie's been treating the victims at her family-owned Pokemon Center. Too bad she's gotta split that inheritance money with like 20 other people. Roy fills her in that the kids are reforming the RBTs. They actually get scolded for doing so, as if Mollie knows associating with them will be burdensome in their lives. Something that has already been shown to be the case. Finally, they show us the moment the Rising Voltacklers disbanded. Partially, they've been left without direction since they accomplished their mission, and the head's been cut off. They're also having engine problems again, which might be collecting dust depending on what Orla's up to. The only one of the kids who's understanding of this decision is Liko, empathetic much like the witch in her pocket. It is a bummer too to see Cap snuggling his lost trainer's goggles. Murdoch begrudgingly makes the call to officially dissolve the crew. Kinda weird to have everyone just going about their lives, but all they really can do is hope for Freed to return someday at this point. The kids reject the idea of rejecting the Voltacklers, cementing their mission to clear their name. More sick creatures catch their attention, and on the way Liko recalls Hatchram for no apparent reason. The Queen of Universal Healthcare is busy treating them when she notices pollen on Meryl. Enter the culprit, a vicious Vileplume. These guys are typically chill, so this acquaintance of Mollie's stands out. It's like the Locrium itself is a poison. Right off the bat, Toxic's got the starters at a commission. Petal Blizzard won't even let them get near. Lucario's got immunity to poison with the steel typing, but it is sweet when Wildmons use strategy. Purposefully getting hits of the ability Spore can cause paralysis was a good play. Hatchram might as well have stayed out of the ball, but it's her time to shine. The kids are in a sticky situation, having to strike it while preventing the spread of poison, with the damage they deal getting recovered several times. Welcome the first Pokemon that isn't Pulse to use Giga Drain. Hatchram gets Despazzing but has her emotional support human. Liko supports Hatchram the way Meowscarada supports her. Even without the ship, it's all hands on deck to protect Hatchram, including Mousehold, who seemingly chose to stay with Mollie. Compared to the other usages, there's also a casual Rising Voltackle from Cap. Mega Voltage has done a great job of letting the non-starters shine, a big complaint from the pre-time skip. Liko's encouragement led me to believe we were going to get an evolution. Instead, we got a terrestrialization. It is sweet how now all of Liko's Pokemon have used it, although Hatchram's is short-lived. Not even a super effective confusion can defeat Vileplume. Beating it isn't even something Hatchram wants to do, having found Pity. Instead, she opts to heal it, once again dancing around Liko getting a win. In fact, the plan backfires on them and gets Hatchram poisoned. Chansey steps in to power her up, enough so to learn Healing Wish. This gives her now 2 recovery moves and a healing ability. Seems Hatchram just will not be a threat on Liko's team. Vileplume, once back to its senses, gets purified by Pogogo, a resolution that could get repetitive if they're not careful. Vileplume gets airlifted, leading them back to the Pokemon Center, where the duo over here chats about a special spear. It's good for battle, and it's assumedly based on the Locrium spears that Spinel's behind. Before they take off, Liko suggests Mollie join them. Mollie declines, so I guess the duo won't collect everyone individually, and it'll likely remain a group of 2 to 4 for the foreseeable future. Though, Mollie does hint that she'd return if they recovered the ship, she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle and can't be roughhousing it through the wilderness. For now, she'll continue life at the center, bidding farewell to the kids as they return Vileplume to the forest, where the others have quickly recovered from their trauma and accepted Vileplume once again. A nice happy ending attached to an otherwise tense episode that intensifies as they stumble across an Exceed building tucked away in the middle of nowhere. I'd say this episode accomplished everything it wanted to do pretty well. We get some background on Mollie's life, like her relationship with her mom isn't perfect. Remember, she avoided the Pokemon Center altogether in episode 3. This may also make her one of them? We've seen Joy variations before. It also points us to how the rest of the crew might be feeling and gets me wondering who, if any of them, the kids will be able to recruit. There's a decent battle where Hatcham gets development, but these Locrian battles require some suspension of disbelief. Especially when Pogogo should be able to one-shot a Vileplume. Then Hatcham could heal them right after. Hopefully, if Hatcham becomes Hatterene, she'll become more offensive. Next episode looks exciting with the introduction of these spears, which seem like Spinel's equivalent to Terra Orbs. Very much looking forward to that. This episode, I give a low B.